I hadn't talked to him. I can't remember. Probably before that, I hadn't talked to him for about like 2 years or something like that. I don't know how he ended up being the first person I called. So, but anyway, I called him and be like, "Hey, Alan, what's up? I'm in trouble, and I'm in the middle of Siokimau. You think you can help me? Like it's super urgent. I need to get home, and I don't know how." I think was it before Uber days? Come to think of it, might have been before. Was that placement? Uber, Taxify, all those guys was before technological, I think, taxis, if I'm not wrong. And he called his cab guy who came for me and took me home. And once I got home, I called my folks. And the first thing my folks said was, "You need to shave your hair," because I had like tiny dreadlocks. Because, they believed that what I had on physically, affected a lot of things or affected it. But anyway, I was respectful. The next day I went and shaved my hair and took the next bus to my folks' place, where I stayed for, I think, about 3 weeks, close to 3 weeks. And of course, for them, or for the African family, I'm sure if you're watching this and you're from Africa and Kenya in particular, you can relate. Mental instability or depression is not talked of at all. Like if at all you have any mental ailments, then it's not treated as an ailment. You're either sane or you're insane, as in. So for them, I guess I hadn't gotten there if I'd called them. I was probably in the middle of sane and insane, which was interesting. So for them, it meant that I had evil spirits, that it meant a lot of prayer for them. It meant, let's pray for our son. Let's pray that these things go away. Let's pray that all the things that are around go away. And I appreciate them for that. I wouldn't doubt now, actually, that I'm talking about it. I wouldn't doubt that definitely there was negative energy around me. The one thing, though, that I felt, and I feel a platform like this is super important for is, you see, the brain is a part of the human body like any other. If you get a flu today, you'll be quick to get your Flugon, your name it, Celestamine, or any other syrup that you take. If you get a headache, it will be the same thing as well. If you get a tummy ache, it will be the same thing. Or if you don't use industrial medicine as well, if you probably have concoctions, if you get a flu, you do the whole dawa thing with honey and all that. But you'd treat it and you'd get well. And you wouldn't be shy to tell a friend, "Hey, what's up? I have a flu today. I don't think I can come to, oh man, I have a tummy ache. I can't leave the house." Like it's normal. The only thing is, I feel like for us, we need to talk more about mental health, because it's a human body part as well that affects or that can be affected by an ailment. And that doesn't mean that once you have, or like if you have an ailment with your mind, then that's it for you. It doesn't mean that, you're no longer going to be anything of significance. And I feel like I recovered because when I came back to Nairobi, first of all, of course, I stayed away from a certain group. I probably stopped playing music for some time just to get myself balanced. The realms I was talking about earlier, I felt like I just needed to get myself balanced. I couldn't understand it at that time, but I felt so. And I picked up working out, CrossFit, Shout out to the best gym in Kenya right now, Alpha Fit, who were super open to having us work out and host boot camps. And for me, it helped me, you know, re what's the word as well, taught me a lot of patience with myself. Remember earlier on I talked about how frustrated I was because things weren't working out as fast as I hoped they would. And that's the reality of life. Sometimes it might take a day for your dream to come true. Sometimes it might take a very long time. Ask what's his name, the old Hollywood actor who, what's his name? I forget. I think Samuel L. Jackson as well took him some time. Anyway, if I remember, after this, I'll tell these guys to add it down there. But anyway, sometimes it may take a long time for you to be able to achieve your dream, you know. And for me, working out helped me realize a lot of that. Of course, I also ended up working a lot on my spirituality. I read a lot on positive thinking. I read a lot on from the Bible. I read a lot from inspirational people who have gone through this journey and who are recovering. And I learned to appreciate my alone time, because for me, the one thing that helped me super recover when I was visiting my folks was I'd go up hills, I'd go and sit in the middle of trees and just like chill and be with yourself, you know, not running away from those thoughts. I know it can be super scary. I know how scary it can be. But I didn't run away from those thoughts. I faced them. And it helped me realize you can actually handle it, you know. The moment you face your fears, then, you know, you become a champion. Don't let the fear be in front of you. Let the fear be behind you. More than anything, just move, like, just forget whatever it is that's behind you and just, like, move on. And, yeah, man, since then, working out has been amazing. I think I went back to school as well. I just recently rejoined campus after, I think, a 3-year break. And actually, interestingly, now is when I feel like I was meant to go back to campus. I feel like if I had completed campus at that time, it wouldn't have been relevant for me. And it's all about timing again. Like I was telling you, patience goes a long way. Trust that what you're going through is only here to help you become stronger. That in correlation to us being human beings. See, we're human. And the second word, being, from the verb be, to be. But it's continuous. It's a continuous tense, in that we're always being, we're always improving, we're always becoming better of ourselves. Excuse me about that. And that's basically my journey. Since then, I've been doing lots of such talks, actually, and I'm realizing more and more. I kid you not, guys. This is probably, I think, the 5th time I'm publicly talking about it. Of course, aside from social media, Insta stories, which I'll get to in a few. Today, I honestly feel, this particular moment, I honestly feel so amazing having talked. Just to show you how amazing it is, we actually didn't, it's not a question and answer. There's nobody behind the camera asking me anything. It's just me facing the camera and talking. And this, for me, I feel like a huge weight is off my chest. Why so? Yes, I know I felt like I'd recovered back in 2016, end of 2016. But the more I talked about it, the more I'd feel heavy on my chest. I'd engage guys on social media, guys who you think are okay, man, as in on Insta story and DMs, you know, guys are open to talking. Once they see you're talking, they'll be like, okay, cool. I'm also going through a lot. I'm also going through this. I'm also going through that. Guys who you never thought, you know, because we're so scared. We feel like, you know, if I tell guys I'm feeling depressed, they'll think, you know, why are you depressed? Why? You're a man, you're a woman, you're Kenyan, you're African, why are you depressed? Like, it's just real talk. We feel like talking about depression, talking about anxiety, talking about panic attacks, talking about such things makes us weak. It does not. Trust me, it does not make you weak. And each time I'd engage guys on social media and on Insta story, you know, I'd always be sucked in to the moment and I'd get slightly depressed again. It kept on recurring. But the more I talked about it, the more I felt like the weight of my chest is being lifted. I'm not saying this just, I don't know, for ratings or for anything. Today's conversation is making me feel super light off of my chest. And I hope for anyone out there who's watching, who's going through anything, that talking to someone is going to change it for you. Constantly talking about it. Don't be afraid. We're all going through a lot. Honestly, nobody has everything figured out. No one, nobody you can think of. Not even the high and mighty. Not even the smartest wizards and people out there, the smartest kids. Nobody has it all figured out. Because there's an emotion, there's a mind, there's a spirit, there's a body. We're all constantly trying to find that balance in it. Nobody has it figured out. Whatever it is you're going through, please don't shy away from talking about it. Bonga is amazing because you can actually stay anonymous as well on the social platform, which is dope. That can be an amazing start for you. Do that. You'll feel it becoming lighter. Do it. Find a friend, find family, find a therapist. Talk. There's amazing people out there who are open to help. Find me. I'm on social media. Find me. Find the amazing people behind Bonga as well. Talk to them. Ciao and the likes. There's so many people who are out there ready to listen. Because we all need one another. We all are here for one another to help each other grow, to help each other be. There's something I'm strong in that you're not strong in. There's something you're strong in that I'm weak at. And all this will help us find that balance.